Hello and welcome back to Box Office Breakdown. We're here to talk about all of your movie numbers and, of course, the big hitter of this weekend, Batman vs. Superman. So get ready.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Box Office Breakdown.
I really don't know what to do in that unmuted section that we have now. So we have a new intro, but thank you all for coming back. I'm your host, Sarah Stratton, and we have lots of people and I guess animals in the room today. Let's go around in a circle. Ace, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you for having me back.
Deadpool, we're just going to keep pulling you in for all these.
Yeah, any comic book things you guys need, I'm here.
Great, because I'm behind. Almost everyone in this room has seen this movie except for me. We also have JT.
Yeah, I did see it. I saw it twice this past week, and I got a lot to say. Me and Ace had a lot to say.
I did.
So we're going to get into it.
We're going to get into it.
Hi, I'm Bob Finstock.
You're Bob Finstock?
Yeah.
Is that your name?
That was like an AA meeting. Hi, I'm Bob Finstock.
Hi, Bob.
Hi,
The
Bob.
sexiness level in this little corridor today is
It's mostly on the couch because
this is unbelievable stuff.
my other half has come in.
You guys
Miss
are-
Roxy
you guys are
Stryer.
outdoing
I hope you
yourselves.
guys like my chihuahua.
She brought a chihuahua. She's here partially because she's wonderful, partially because I have not seen Batman vs. Superman, and she is far more of an expert on the subject than I am. Also viewed it, so you guys can have your discussion about this movie that I have yet to see.
Spoiler free.
You look
You
like
can
a hot
also
Dr.
either
Evil
convince
over
me to see it or not to see it. I appreciate
Hot
all
Dr. Evil.
recommendations.
I am.
there. A hot Dr. Evil, yeah.
Dr. Evil had a cat.
This looks like a little cat.
Yeah.
And was a guy.
Yeah, and it was a guy and
I
his
said
bald.
she's a hot Dr. Evil.
Thank
Hot
you
female
so
Dr. Evil
much.
with
Yeah.
the chihuahua.
Miss Evil?
Yeah.
No, there's no change in Doctor. Woman could be Doctor.
Wait, so you guys, I do want to hear about this movie. Batman v Superman is going to dominate our show today.
Just like it dominated the box office.
Because it's taken over everything. However, despite its growing numbers, mixed reviews, so I kind of want to hear where you all stand.
Yeah.
Convince me to see this movie or not, too. I want to know.
We were all under the predictions. And I think
I'm sorry, I won.
What'd you do?
I
but
was
you had like
closest.
180 or whatever, right?
You know what?
I told her to guess 170. Did you do it?
I
Did
think
you
I guessed
really?
Yeah.
178.
Yeah, when did you tell her?
Yeah,
I think I
Early
guessed
this morning?
178.
Like months and months ago.
think
Yeah.
What I have, 180 or 185?
I think
No, you had
I think I had
185.
178.
I had 192.
Ish.
Yeah.
Juan Shemp of Collider, he had it at 200, but then he took back. And
After he saw it.
Yeah. And that's big. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, I had it at 185. I think that's where you probably saw it for me.
No.
No?
Yeah, probably.
I probably saw mine for Roxy, so,
That's okay. You're allowed.
Yeah.
you know,
The thing is,
inside scoop.
we're not going to talk spoilers on this show about the movie. We don't really need to get into the plot so much to talk about the box office.
What plot?
Did you see the movie?
I'm just saying. I heard it didn't have a plot, so I don't know.
No, I think it was the opposite.
It had too much plot?
No, it had too much plot. That if you're gonna go anywhere, I would go that way. For me, I don't think anyone expected this not to make over $150 million. I think we all knew this was gonna make huge bank on that first weekend. It's Batman v Superman. Everyone's gonna go see it. The real test is in the next couple weeks. Because will these reviews affect it? It's not going to affect it so much the first weekend, but the week after that and after that, because these movies need to make good money for the next few weeks. Now, it's got no competition coming up.
No, there's nothing coming out. There's
What
literally
are you talking
nothing
about?
coming out
You're
next
coming
week.
out. We're gonna have a whole
mean,
section
yeah.
that's
Except
gonna
the
last
Richard
about 2
Linklater movie,
minutes.
whoever
Yeah,
it is.
the movies that are coming out are so small. So it really, but at the same time, because the reviews, if the reviews were great for this thing, it would just. I was like, this thing's a runaway
You said
train.
if. There was a big if in
Yeah,
front
that's
of
what I'm
that.
saying. If they were really good, I would say this thing's gonna be a runaway train for the next 2 months.
I agree.
Similar to what Star Wars did, but with all these mixed, I think it's at 29%. I'm fascinated to see what this next weekend's going to be. It's going to have a big drop off. Because anytime you open that big, you have a big
Sure.
drop off.
If this was
but
80
how big of a drop off?
Here's the thing, I think why I didn't make the 200. If it was 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, then I would have saw it. And I think a lot of people like me add up to that 20 million or whatever case may be. They're like, yeah, I'll give it a week or two here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean,
I really
make
believe
no
that.
mistake, there's only one Buffett stock.
I think that's fair, but I also think that you have to take Man of Steel, which I believe made 112 its opening weekend,
sure did.
and look at this as something that is a success, even
Oh,
though,
it is.
despite
Yeah, of
having
course.
horrible reviews
Oh.
and having below a 30 on Rotten Tomatoes. So I think that it doing this kind of numbers says a lot to true comic book fans that went out and saw it no matter what.
Sure, of course.
According to early reports, it needs to make Warner Brothers needs it to make close to $1 billion. That's what they wanted to make for it to be considered like very successful because they put $250 million into production and they've been working on this thing for 2 years. I think you're close to $500 million just for like production, P&R. And I mean, have you gone anywhere in the last few months and not seen something Superman related?
It's all over the place.
It's been everywhere.
Yep.
So I think like, listen, the good news is worldwide, this thing made 490 something million.
Mm-hmm.
So they're already, I think, at where they need to be to get close to getting their money back. But you don't make movies just to break even.
No.
The next few, it needs to make another 500 million to feel like a blockbuster hit for them.
It's true.
But at the same time, 3 weeks from shooting Justice League, they're moving forward. And this weekend is a huge. Imagine this thing did like 300 million, it'd be a disaster.
I would like to know what is the best thing that has come out of this movie, like Batman vs Superman.
Are you talking about like as far as like in the movie?
Well, because I'm seeing all this press about like Wonder Woman
It's
and what's
Batman.
going next. It's this
Batman.
version of Batman.
It's because Affleck is one of. I think to me, he's up there. So I need more evidence. But he's the best in the suit and out of the suit that we've seen. Now
Since Michael Keaton.
Since Michael, exactly. Here's the thing, because
Okay.
I like Bale. He was great in the Dark Knight movies, but there are times where I didn't like him in the suit, and there's times where I didn't like him out of the suit. Michael Keaton. Out of the Suit was really good, but he was stuck in a Tim Burton movie. It was a Tim Burton feel. This is the first time we've gotten a Batman who, out of the suit, I'm like, that's Bruce Wayne, and in the suit, I'm like, that's Batman. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and say he's the best ever, only because he shared a lot of screen time with a bunch of other people in this movie.
Yeah.
We need to see him. We need a solo Batman movie, and I guarantee you everyone's clamoring for it right now. Because when you watch that movie, you're like, let me just see a solo Batman movie. And let me see another Superman solo movie. Because Superman, he has his own movie, I get that. But he was given a little bit of the shaft in this movie.
I don't know if Ace is shaking.
Are you agreeing or disagreeing with what I'm saying?
He's grimacing. Ace is shaking his head.
Yeah, talk to me, Ace.
what does
I'm a
this
very
all
responsive
mean?
guy. No, for me, I agree. Like I told you in my review, Henry Cavill for me was a great Superman.
Yeah.
I thought every scene he was in, he was great. But I agree with what you're saying. He got such. He was like in very little scenes in Man of Steel, and now again in Batman v Superman, you're like, where was Superman? That was he barely did anything again. I felt like you have the biggest superhero of all time, who is Superman, and you still haven't given him enough to do.
Well, it's funny because at the end of Man of Steel, one thing I love about the very last scene of Man of Steel is we saw Clark Kent be born. He becomes Clark Kent the very last few scenes of that movie. So in my head, I'm like, good, I'm ready to see Clark Kent and Batman. I want to see that, opposite sides of the coin. And this one, there's maybe 2-3 scenes of Clark Kent.
Yeah.
And there's only one scene of Clark and Bruce actually interacting when they're not Batman and Superman.
Well, what made the
That's
old
not a spoiler, I'm just letting you know.
What made the old Superman movies so good? It was a lot of Clark Kent.
Well, Christopher Reeve just played so roles differently, and you honestly felt like there were two different people.
This was very smart of them. He is by far and away the weakest of the three of them. Henry Cavill is. I don't love his portrayal of Superman. I think he is a stronger Clark Kent than he is Superman. But I think that they see that, and they probably left some things on the cutting room floor based on that. We'll see what happens when the 30-minute extended 3-hour director's cut R-rated comes out. But I think that Ben Affleck murdered it. He was incredible. Gal Gadot, amazing.
Now,
love her.
I feel
She's really cute.
I want to mention that a little bit. I think Gal Gadot in the fight scene, I got to see Wonder Woman kicking ass,
Which was amazing.
But outside of that, her as Princess Diana,
Prince?
what did she do? Princess Diana.
Princess Diana.
Oh my God, that would have been amazing.
Crazy when she came out as Princess Diana. I was like, what's happening?
Princess Diana is an Amazon warrior princess. I'm just saying, Princess
Diana Prince.
Diana Prince. When she came out, what does she do in that movie besides a few little lines back and forth with Bruce Wayne, and she sees stuff on the TV and she sees stuff on the airplane?
Just the looks that she gives him, just when you see on her face, she knows what's up.
Agree.
Yeah.
I think she does a brilliant job.
I like that too, but it's not enough for me to say that's a great performance.
See, but a lot of people really underestimate. I mean, when acting is more. I mean, obviously lines are important.
Yeah,
but
of course.
Leonardo DiCaprio just won an Oscar, and he maybe had 5 lines in that movie.
Acting is reacting.
Okay,
But I'm saying
come on,
I feel like
are you comparing her role to
No.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
What I'm saying is that what she did in The the action scenes, proving herself in the action scenes. A lot of people can't sell action scenes, man, and it's showing that she can, and showing the little that she had to do, every scene she was in, she killed it.
Here's the deal. I already knew she could do that beforehand because she did it in the Fast Furious movie. She was in the army at one point. I was not worried about her holding her own in the action scenes. They got choreography for that. They got stunt and special effects. I'm talking about the actual character.
I'm not just saying action. I'm saying action paired with every other scene she was in. She delivered in every scene she was in. The little she was in.
The acting range is like this much that she had to express.
Most of what you guys are saying is making me a little confused about how much screen time each of these characters are getting.
She has very little.
And it sounds like a lot to handle between it sounds like, I haven't seen this movie, but it sounds like you have every character kind of having a dual personality and trying to fit in plot lines for all of their superheroes and all of their
in your
human
guys'
lives.
opinion, I mean, does the 29% on Rotten Tomatoes
no, it's so not deserved. Finstock. It is so messed up that it has a 29.
Yeah, but why do you think it's that? Because it's convoluted plot?
No, I think that it's a bunch of critics who aren't comic book fans going to see a movie and not understanding that they actually did a pretty good job with this film. I think that, going back to Sarah's question, what's the best takeaway? I think this does a really good job setting up the rest of the slate. Was it my favorite movie? No, but did I leave wanting to see Wonder Woman, wanting to see Justice League 1 and 2, wanting to see there was a little snippets of the other movies, I'll just say. Did I want to see all those? Absolutely I did. So walking away from this, the fact that it did that for me shows that it doesn't deserve a 29%. And they did do a good enough job that the audience score is way more accurate.
But realistically, what would you want to see? What would you vote?
If it was me, like, if I saw that movie and then I went home after like 2 days and I looked at Rotten Tomatoes, if I saw like a 68%, I would be like, okay, I can understand that. If it was got close to a 50, I could almost understand that. But to get down to 29 to 30, that is a little.
It sounds a little crazy.
But
if people are saying that they're coming out with appreciating the actors, appreciating the characters, wanting to see more, then guess what? The movie did what it's supposed to do, and it did what it's supposed to do in the numbers. So, Rox, thanks for joining. I don't know if you had to skedaddle, even though I know this.
I'm going to steal the chihuahua.
Take them outside. There's ham out there.
But thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for
coming
talking
on,
with us.
We appreciate it, Roxy. Thanks for bringing the sexy here.
I needed her voice to help me because I'm behind in my movie watching. Although I did watch Divergent, whatever that movie was.
Why?
Did you go see that?
Why did you go see that?
The one movie I saw this past week
was Roxy
Allegiant.
coax you to see that?
No, I saw it by myself, basically in a theater by myself.
How come I told you
no
to call
one else joined me?
When you go to see movies, are you afraid to hang around with me in a movie theater?
No, every time I invite Ace is the only one who's ever showed up when I invite him, except for Roxy. Roxy's obviously.
I'm retired.
I'm
retired now. I'm available during the day.
Okay.
All right. We can go lay out on the beach, and then we can go watch a movie and stuff like that.
Watch a movie at the beach.
If you can arrange to watch a movie at the beach, I'm in.
I can
100%. Figure that one out.
Seeing you on the beach, I can arrange anything.
Number 5 did go to the Divergent series Allegiant.
Big drop off. Huge drop off.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might have to say huge. The only one that dropped off more was Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, but that was already pretty low. Divergent series dropped 67% in the second week, bringing only 9.5. So, total bomb. This is from a movie, remember, that it's part of a franchise. It's the lowest opening that franchise had. It was even lower than the low expectations, and now it's coming in at 9.5.
And there's one more to go.
One more to go. Ugh. Here's what I have to say about this. I feel like this is a good example of why Rotten Tomatoes is so powerful.
It is.
If it's at 11% last I checked on Rotten Tomatoes, which is awful. If this was much, much higher, it would definitely be much more higher.
It's really true. I think people that are not connected with the industry think Rotten Tomatoes is junk. It's not.
No.
But
people really listen to this site, and anybody who doesn't think they listen to it is crazy.
I hear what you're both saying, but there's literally an article released this morning of Variety saying, do critics really matter? Because even though Batman v Superman had 29%, it made over $170 million.
That's true, but it should have done 200.
But this is the thing, we've talked about this. Yes, these reviews do matter, but there's a limit to what they matter to. And it's on the extremes. There are movies that are so big that are immune, even if you say it's horrible.
Sure.
There's also movies that are in 5 theaters that we could say on and on are the most fantastic thing in the world. Of course. And guess what? They're not going to get bigger numbers because of how fantastic they are. There's extremes in there.
It's a catch-22. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
I feel like another thing is what Roxy said is 100% true, and I told you before. Yeah, what Roxy said before was 100% true. Where she was,
she's disappeared.
But what she,
Dog ate her.
if you're not, I feel like a lot of the critics aren't DC fans. If you're a DC fan and you watch this movie, I think you will like most of it, the majority of it. If you're a critic and you don't know what's going on, I told you, if you don't know the comics, this movie's freaking weird. This movie's weird.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like Scott, I was talking to Scott Mance this weekend, and he's a big DC fan.
He's the best.
He did not like the movie at all.
Yeah.
So it's weird how I've heard both ends. That's why this movie's so fascinating to me, because I've heard almost every
I've
version
learned
of
what my
critique.
job is for the day. To tear back to
the
our
number.
show. Because I listed off one movie that wasn't Batman versus Superman, and within 15 seconds,
I got one question.
you were back on Batman
sorry.
versus
And I want to see
Superman.
what you guys think. Do you think that Batman and Superman is going to gross more than Deadpool domestically? I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Ooh, I'm gonna
Because
say
Deadpool is a really good movie.
it's at what's Deadpool at 360 or something like that.
350.
350. It's at 350.
Just judging by this, you got to look at Batman and Superman
And
with
the
the
drop-off
negative
they could
reviews.
have.
It's going to be at 80 next week or 90.
I'm with.
I don't think it's going to do as much
I don't think so
domestically.
either.
I agree.
I don't think it's going to
I
hit it.
think it's gonna be close.
I think it could be close.
Yeah,
But I don't-
Deadpool's still rocking. It's $5 million. It's going to probably end up at
And
like
it's just, it's
370.
where those drop-offs are. We've talked,
Right.
I think, JT, I think you said that's going to be the most fascinating thing.
Yeah,
and it's
that's what I'm really
if
curious
we
about.
do have a 55% drop-off, and then if the next week we have a 60, you're like, how consistent that's going to be? You're talking about Deadpool, which came in at number 7. It's still dropping 37.6%.
Trying to remember, what did Deadpool open at? Was it like
150.
It was 135.
Was it 135?
135? Wow, so
Yeah.
Or 133.
So
But it
let
had
me
legs.
pull up
Again,
Deadpool's
I don't think this is
information
gonna have
real
legs.
quick.
The
Let's
running
see.
time is
See
an
if I was
issue as
right.
well.
yeah, that's the
Okay.
thing. Deadpool was like a good hour 45
Just
minutes.
to reference, Deadpool opened February 12th, so Valentine's Day weekend, brought in 152.
Yeah, 152, yeah.
It dropped
You're way off, Hayes.
57. It dropped down 57% the next week to 56. Then dropped to I just totally
Yeah, but it was a 4-day
including
weekend, though.
I was
Wasn't
including
it
the
a
4-day.
4-day?
I was
Oh, 4-day.
Gotcha.
Okay,
doing
you're
the
right.
4-day.
Gotcha.
The 4-day
He
was
was
152.
doing the 3-day,
Yeah.
which
We're
was
both a little right.
132.
Another guess.
So I was right.
You guys.
Technically, he
The
was.
point is, we're dropping 57%, 44, 46, 34, 28, 37. Like, that's not. Like, if you get anything
Yeah.
higher, if you're getting things in the 60% drop off range.
Let me say, this is what it's interesting when I'm thinking about this, because Deadpool, I think the reason why it made as much as it has, not only because it was such a fun movie and it got such good reviews, so it found a new audience every other week because people were hearing word of mouth. Batman v Superman might not get that as much, but I saw it twice in the week, not because I just need to understand it. I see Batman v Superman maybe have more repeat viewings than Deadpool, because DC fans are a little more hardcore, especially when you're launching the Justice League. Deadpool, maybe not so much.
I disagree, because I feel like Deadpool was such a crazy film that most people were like, "Have you seen Deadpool yet? Let's go see Deadpool."
That's what happened.
Right.
Yeah, this
But-
one is not going to get that.
But
That's why, but it
the
got.
other thing,
but
that
the
could-
the
it
interest
got
level.
viewers from
the
different areas.
other thing that
Yes,
could
I agree with
benefit
that.
Batman vs Superman is what's also up ahead for the next
Nada.
3 weeks, 4 weeks. You
Which
have
is nothing.
Like, yeah, you have, like, I can just read them off from Box Office Mojo. April 1st, you got God's Not Dead 2, Meet the Blacks, Miles Ahead. The Boss is coming out April 8th. Hardcore Henry, Demolition, Barbershop, The Next Cut. I'm just going down this list. Criminal, The Jungle Book, Green Room, Elvis vs.
Yeah.
Nixon.
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book will knock it off.
The Huntsman's
Jungle
War, but the Jungle Book could be either a total flop or do really well.
Yeah,
You
it'll
don't
open
know
up
what
at
the
60.
I don't
same
think
with
it'll
like
be a total
the
flop.
Huntsman, Winter's War. Like who knows how that one's
That's a
gonna do?
piece
Hit
of
or miss.
junk.
Hologram for the King. Like that's a lot of stuff that I don't look at that list and say you have a guaranteed movie that people are gonna love that's going to take away repeat viewership. Like
I think Jungle Book is going to be a pretty big hit when it comes out, mainly because parents want to. Every parent's going to want to see it because they grew up on it, and kids, it's Disney. They're eating up these remakes, these
I
live
know,
action
but
remakes.
this is a different live action remake. You have
How
all
so?
the animals with the like their version of talking. I don't know if it's gonna fly.
I think it's going to fly.
I feel like a lot of what you're saying, Sarah, is based on what you think.
I mean, obviously, that's all I ever said.
No, but I'm saying like
Sometimes she's
I
right.
agree with you. I don't like what I'm seeing from the Jungle Book.
I just
but
have
that's
a
just
lot
me.
of Disney people like friends who love Disney. I haven't heard anyone be that excited about this remake.
No.
I've heard more people talk about the next remake of like Beauty and the Beast with Emma Watson, and like that's
That's a bigger property. But every time I've been in the theater and that trailer comes out, people seem to be loving it.
really.
Honestly, like
It's
people.
gonna get a
mean,
lot of kids.
It's true. I am biased.
When I saw
and
Zootopia,
I'm not thrilled
I'm
about
biased
this
too.
trailer.
When I saw Zootopia and that Jungle Book trailer came out, kids started losing their minds.
Okay. I guess I haven't seen enough movie with kids, so
That's what I do.
I'll figure it out. Moving on, because we've only covered
Yeah.
one of our top 5 movies.
Yeah, let's get through these.
So number 4,
It's very small international. It's gonna be more
Miracles,
Batman.
Miracles from Heaven, bringing in 9.5 as well. So same as like Divergent in its second week,
That's a decent
dropping
hold.
30.
Yeah,
dropping
that is
35%.
It's Jesus week.
Yeah, and it'll
34
probably
mil is good.
do pretty well. So then we have the opening weekend for My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2,
Counter-programming.
bringing in $18 million.
I had it at 17. That's very good
That's
for a movie
good.
like this.
The budget-
Very, very good.
The budget for this movie was $18 million. So they made their money back
okay.
in one weekend.
Happy.
They're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Schmo said it was just absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, they said it was bad. No one I know saw this, but
It's not your demo. It's not
definitely not my demo.
I kind of don't want to know anybody who saw this, actually,
Yeah.
to be honest.
We can just go shout down the street. Anyone seen this movie?
Yeah, they see this movie. You're a loser.
Okay.
What a
Number
loser
2
you are.
does
No, I'm
go to
kidding.
Zootopia.
Did
Its
well.
4th week. Yeah, it dropped now down to the second spot. 23.
Tell me you've seen this one.
No,
Still?
she saw Zootopia.
I have been working
Sounds Zootopia.
18-hour days.
That's right.
I'm tired.
you don't
no.
look it.
Let me tell you something
You
really
look
interesting.
fresh as a driven snow.
Fresh as a German snow.
I feel like that's bad.
No.
Driven snow?
No, driven snow, yeah.
Freshly.
No, I've fallen snow.
No, freshly driven snow.
What does that mean?
It's cute.
I don't know what that
You
means.
say when I hear freshly driven snow, I'm thinking of like the snow plow that goes through and
No,
picks up all the dirt.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Okay. I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure
Trust me, it's hot.
fallen snow.
First of all, let me just say Zootopia.
Pure as the driven snow.
Okay,
Not a
got it.
first. Not a first.
Zootopia made 23 million, which I think is actually really good for this weekend. I think it's going to keep doing good because, guys, this Batman v Superman movie is not for kids.
No.
I every parent I've heard that's seen this movie said I went to go see it thinking maybe I could bring my kids to see it. And a lot of people told me I ain't bring my kids to see this
Were
movie.
there any kids in your theater?
Very few.
Well, does that hurt the
Okay.
money?
I- by
That,
the way,
that
like
hurts the
9
money as well, obviously.
I went to a fan screening at like midnight or no 10 o'clock, and then the second time I saw it was like 9:30 at night, and it was all adults.
There was a
actually.
few kids in my screening, that is true to a point. But again, I told you again, if I was a kid, I'd love this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Kids
think
can they want to go, but parents aren't even letting them get in.
I don't know, man. I feel like Batman, those names, Batman, Superman, the vast, like,
I agree with you.
at least for the few,
But
it's
this
gonna
doesn't
die
look as
down.
campy. I mean, look, when '89, when the regular Batman came out, it looked like a fun theatrical show.
Sure.
This is a dark movie.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think kids might be, the parents are like, I don't know about this. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
saying. A lot of people I work with, like, they're telling me, like, I'm not taking my kids to this movie. There's a scene where, like, some jump scares in this movie where it's like scary shit goes down.
Yeah.
In the movie, just the tone is dark as hell.
Here's what I'm
I
saying.
just don't look like a kid's movie to me.
It doesn't. But if kids went to see Deadpool, I'm pretty sure kids might
Oh
see
yeah.
this.
If you got cool parents and
Yeah,
they
but-
use Deadpool, you're fine.
Well, Deadpool looks campier and looks
It
like
did.
a kind of a fun movie.
Yeah.
This is very. I mean, yes.
But there's a lot of
Sexual.
well, that's what the trailer
Yeah.
Sexual
Well, the
stuff,
trailer
yeah.
hides that stuff. But if you're looking at Batman and Superman, it looks dark and kind of grimy. And I think
Yeah,
people are
grimy.
like,
Yeah, you always have like
go see the
I don't know, but
Zootopia
parents are always kind of like they have their guidelines.
Yeah.
Like for my parents, I was allowed to see violent movies.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to see like R-rated like serial killer as much, and I wasn't allowed to see like intense like nudity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
violence for some reason was fine.
That's
Good to go.
it's the same with my parents. I
Yeah.
could see all the violence I
But-
wanted, but I can't see any sex scenes.
I think
No.
That's interesting.
going back to his list, Utopia is gonna do pretty well, I think, for the next few weeks because it's still the kids movie out there.
Absolutely.
There's really nothing else
It's
until Jungle Book.
It's alone. And then, of course, the number one spot, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, $170
Yeah,
million.
we haven't had a chance to talk about this yet, so I'm
Bringing in
excited.
Yeah.
to in 4,000 theaters.
Yeah, dude.
And
You
supposedly
know,
has a
it was everywhere.
$250 million budget. Of course, we do know they put more towards it than that.
Of course.
What I heard
But-
from Warner, people at Warner, was they wanted $200 million off this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it would. I mean, that would have been jumping for joy.
Yeah.
Crazy Town, USA. 170 is good. I don't think they were crying over it. But
Does
I mean,
anyone
they
feel like
wanted more
it's
than
crazy how the low energy we have about saying 170?
that. I know it's crazy.
Well, again, I want to take it back to the running time. This movie's 2.5 hours plus previews. You're looking at a 3-hour block every time somebody plays. Deadpool was 1:45 minutes, and it made less than this movie. So I mean,
Deadpool
this
was
is
done for 58
It's
million
funny
bucks.
because I've heard a different argument. I think I was talking to Tiffany. Tiffany
Yeah,
Smith.
yeah. Tiffany Smith.
She was
friend of the show.
friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Not my friend. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
but she was saying that they should have let Zack Snyder
Release
do his
director's cut.
director's cut,
Yeah.
his 3-hour version, and the critic reviews would have been much higher,
From what I hear from interviews,
and that would have helped.
he said in interviews like he's like dancing around subject, but from the interviews you kind of get the feeling like my cut's coming out on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, and it's
this
much
is the
better.
studio's cut.
Yeah,
It comes to mind that we do talk about runtime, and if things are longer, people don't sometimes have the time to see them. But at the same time, for a movie like this, sometimes length doesn't hurt you as much because movie tickets are $22 now. You're
Yeah.
making a night of
Piece.
it. You go to these
I
nice
don't pay for
theaters
stuff.
where they
I
have
have
like
chicks
the.
pay for things. I don't know how much it is.
I mean,
That's the way to go.
I go to bathroom
there are
and then
definitely
when
theaters in
it's
LA
time to
where
pay
you
for
get
ticket.
tickets for upwards of $20.
absolutely.
And it's like, well, if you're paying that much and you're going to pay another $20 for food, might as well take the 4 hours
Yeah.
in the theater.
Let's not forget this
It
movie
is
is
an
open.
extravaganza.
This movie is open bigger than all the Dark Knight films on opening weekend. Dark
Yeah,
Knight
I
Rises
thought
open.
Dark Knight did one.
Dark Knight Rises did like 150 about.
What about Dark Knight?
Dark Knight was a little bit less.
no,
than
I
that.
think the Dark Knight Rises did like 160.
Yeah, I don't know if you know that.
I think it was more. I think it was
I
going.
thought Dark Knight did 176 or something like that.
Okay,
No,
you guys keep
you're
on guessing.
way
Let's see who's
out.
right. All right, The Dark Knight Rises, both of them opened in 4,000. Between The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, both of them opened in over 4,000 theaters. Dark Knight was 158
Yeah, that's what I said,
opening. Dark
158.
Knight Rises 160.
Yeah, so this thing blew both those out of the water by 10 million.
I don't know if it's
I was
blown
like,
out
yeah, I
of the
don't
water.
think it's blown out of the
Yeah.
water.
Blown out of the water.
It
would've
didn't
been
blow out of the water, but you
Blown
got
out of the
remember.
water, and
pushed
you
him
have
out
a
of the
whole nother
water.
superhero in it.
Those are sequels to very successful films. This is not really a sequel to Man of Steel. This is the beginning of Dawn Justice.
But you have another
I
superhero
agree.
in it.
oh
You
yeah, of
have
course.
More.
the biggest superhero.
There's
Yeah.
5 superheroes
Ever.
in this thing, isn't there?
Yeah, but you have the
It's
two.
never ending.
Yeah.
It's raining
No,
superheroes.
I agree. That's why I made more. I'm just saying it still made more than the Dark Knight
Right.
movies, and I would never thought that.
Since we just keep going back to this subject over and over
International.
and over again, we are going to continue it with our international numbers. Yes, that's right. Batman vs Superman racked up the 4th biggest global opening in history, earning a massive $424.1 million. After debuting in almost every major foreign country over the weekend. So the superhero matchup launched to 254 million overseas from 66 markets. This includes China. That's
Kingdom.
a big part because, like, for instance, movies like Deadpool didn't open
Didn't
in
open,
China.
yeah.
You don't have that. So this is we talked about The Force Awakens.
Yeah, they're
that
putting all their eggs in one basket
Yeah.
here.
it
Not a bad move
helps
because
to
there's
get
nothing
these
out.
records if you really push it all at the same time.
That's disappointing in China. I thought it would be more than that. They love the bat. They love the bat.
No, well, in China it grossed 57.3.
Yeah,
the
that's
best
not a
debut
lot.
ever
That should
for
be more than
Warner.
that.
The best debut ever for a Warner Brothers release. Although I feel like every time we talk about China, they're breaking some sort of record
Yep.
for themselves.
They're just doing everything.
They're the Babe Ruth of countries.
Yeah.
They're the Babe Ruth of everything.
The enthusiastic response from foreign crowds is good news for the studio, which is counting on Batman vs Superman to kick off a universe of movie sequels and spin-offs, obviously featuring DC comics and characters. It's been a couple of years, and they've really got a heavy slate coming up.
They need something because they suck right now. They're getting better.
Was this it? Was this what they needed?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they wanted more money than this, but this is fine. This is fine. They had a really bad year last year. Terrible. Minus like American Sniper. That was it.
I really really want them to do a stronger female comic movie.
They
You got
should.
Wonder Woman.
You mean like Wonder Woman?
Yeah, but I want to see it already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Hey, Wonder Woman's gonna have a bunch of strong female characters because like
Yeah.
the whole cast. She comes from Amazonian women.
I know.
We need to go
I
back.
watched.
it's gonna take a while.
I'll tell you what. You know what you do in the meantime? Just watch the
Jessica
old
Jones?
one. No, the old Wonder Woman with Linda Carter.
Oh, Linda
What a
Carter.
body
Oh,
she's
yeah.
got on her.
Hall of Fame.
If you guys, if anybody who hasn't seen the old
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, watch this. This lady,
She's
this
great.
woman is beautiful.
All right.
She's
So
unbelievable.
in
She's
China,
gorgeous.
the
She's got a great
superhero
body.
epic pulled 20 million on Friday, an additional 22 million on Saturday, notching a new record for the studio's biggest launch in the territory. It's more on that.
It's funny. I think it's doing better than Star Wars. Star Wars did not do great in China. Like for some
No,
reason they
it's
just.
I can't remember off the top of my head. What
I
they did.
remember. I don't. It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't do great. That's all I remember.
Well, China doesn't like real stuff.
No, they don't
Star
like
Wars is
spa-
real.
No, they don't like space.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't like. I don't think they like Star Wars that
We
much.
just like to throw these blankets over China. China, it's like we talk about China as if it's like one person. Like China doesn't like this. They do like this. They will do this.
Well, my
Like
buddy-
we never talk
Well,
about
it's a-
it.
Well,
It's
my
like,
buddy Wang is the guy over there. He knows everything, and he's the one who he's my inside guy.
there's a lot of people. There's multiple opinions.
Yeah, but he's the
We
only one
can't
that
talk
matters.
about it as like
Yeah, but they
He's a
work.
legend.
They work together on everything over there. That's why they're so good.
Right,
So
they are.
they're all kind of in the same mode.
They're
usually.
coming for us.
Same mindset.
They're coming for us.
they,
They're coming.
are they?
no comment.
Yeah, I'm
Are
just
we
saying
gonna
they're
talk?
coming.
Are we gonna talk more about China in your game?
We absolutely are.
Oh, great! Let's
Yeah.
get to that
They're the
then.
best.
Break out the Rosetta Stone, because it's time for the international title game.
Have you not seen this before?
It's my second time seeing it.
Okay. Have you noticed how it changes? I'm sure this was some sort of Batman v Superman.
Yeah, that was them looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score and watching reviews of people hating on the movie, then going to see it and actually liking it.
I've just heard that, the public can be vicious in both ways. Where it's like
Yeah.
you praise it, you can get destroyed.
Let-
you
just-
say bad things and you can get destroyed.
Just an example, as far as like the schmo crew, like Christian liked it, didn't love it. Ellis didn't really like it, gave it a negative. Copster hated it. Scott Mance hated it.
Shemp.
We both liked it. John Schnepp liked it, then thought about it, and then didn't like it. It's all over the place.
I have a theory that John Schnepp is currently still disliking the movie.
Yeah,
every
somewhere.
day it
hoping-
goes on.
I'm
and Tiffany
hoping
Smith
that-
liked it.
Yeah, she
Of
did.
course she did.
What
She
do
works
you
for
mean by
DC.
that?
What is she gonna say? She's hated it.
No, because
She got fired.
She told me real talk. She liked
Oh,
the
okay.
movie.
Okay. Inside talk.
Okay.
I think we should start calling Ben Affleck Ben Batflack.
Batfleck.
No.
No. Back Flack.
Oh,
Back
Batfleck.
Flack?
Back is huge. Like he's like 8%.
back.
His back is huge.
I thought you were gonna say he's back. but
he-
you
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
meant
No,
his literal
I
back.
was like, he's back.
Oh,
That's
he has that
Flack.
tattoo
What
now
is this?
too. He has a tattoo
Yeah.
of the Phoenix rising of the
You know what
ashes.
was very
Oh.
interesting?
And by the way, guys,
That
the list
sounds
today.
awful.
By the way, the list today guy is Jeremy Irons. Who
Yeah.
killed it is Alfred.
Yeah, he's the
He
best.
did?
He did great.
He's the best. But we're not doing that yet.
Oh
We're
wait,
doing the
I'm
game.
sorry, I jumped
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to segue.
I was
but
like,
the
I
segue
was
was
kind
too
of like,
much.
JD, why are you saying this now?
No, the crazy part about it was, I
Batman v
don't know if I
Superman
said
did.
it last week or not, but he found out he was going to be Batman midway through Gone Girl. And if you watch Gone Girl, towards the end of the movie and how they filmed it, he's jacked out of his mind. But in the beginning, he's like kind of skinny. So it's very interesting.
Interesting.
Fincher, I'm surprised he went with that. But anyway, that being said, we're going to go with China here, and we're going to go with Batman
Better.
movies.
Oh,
Now,
fantastic.
In China, they refer to Batman as Twink.
Twink.
Yeah, Twink.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, Batman Returns. Twink displayed their prowess.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Twink displayed their prowess.
Yeah.
Thank you for typing these
Okay.
out. Fantastic.
Batman and Robin. For Twink Ice Devil.
What? I don't understand the twink.
I don't know what it means either.
Listen.
I know what it means here, but I don't know what it means there.
You
I
said
don't even
it,
know what it means here.
you said it means Batman though, right?
I
I'm
actually
assuming it
don't
means
think I know
Batman.
what it means.
Yeah, Twink means Batman.
That's
Okay.
what- yeah.
Then that's what it
It's the name
means.
they gave him.
Yeah.
What does it mean here?
It means like somebody who hangs around like Santa Monica Boulevard every once in a while, but he's real skinny and has no
I
job.
think that's the actual pronunciation. I think that's how they say Batman.
Yeah, Twink.
Oh.
All right, now let me chime in.
You were never in God mode, just so you know.
I'm so patched out, so nobody can hear me.
Okay.
You're Oz. You're
Twink,
you're
at
the-
least in the geek world, means like characters that are jacked up.
There
Like,
you go.
They're like super awesome characters.
Voila.
Also, if someone comes up to me in the gym and I'm working out, they're like, "What are you doing? Just getting twinked."
Yeah, but
And I'm like hitting.
I
I'm
don't
hitting
think
the
that's
weights.
what he just said.
To counter that, if
don't
someone
think
comes up
that's
to me,
what
hey,
he
you
said.
twink,
yeah.
you'd be like, hey, man.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Thank you. I've been working out."
Well, like I said, if you're at the Mother Lode on Santa Monica Boulevard and they call you a twink, you're in big trouble. Okay,
good
that
to
being
know.
said, Son of Batman,
Son of Batman. Oh, the animated movie.
It's the animated movie.
Yeah.
Little Twink.
Yes. Okay, gotcha. A little
That's
twink.
my favorite one.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I'm pretty sure I know a pimp named Little Twink.
Yo, little twink. What's up, man?
Hey, Little Twink. L-I-L. Little Twink.
Got a
The
little
Dark
twink?
Knight.
Okay, Ooh, the Dark Knight. There's no Batman.
Black. Twink.
Ooh, that's
What are these?
That's another good
titles?
one.
that throws me off because there's Dark Knight doesn't have Batman in the title, but yet still there's Twink still there.
Yeah.
But they would know.
So once again, as we see it here, Batman Returns, Twink displayed their prowess. Batman and Robin. For Twink, Ice Devil. It's actually for the number. Son of Batman, Lil Twink, not to be confused with Lil Wayne. The Dark Knight, Black, Twink.
I see
gosh.
someone come to me like, "Hey man, you know Twink?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"What Twink you talking about? Little Twink or Black Twink?" Black Twink.
right.
I ain't got that
Don't
money.
think I
I
can answer
I'm
this
going to
one.
start.
Please do.
I'm going to say for Twink, Ice Devil is fake.
Just say they're all fake.
Nah. I think it's too good to not be real. I think it's real.
I mean, for Twink, Ice Devil, you're saying is fake.
Yeah.
I'm saying
But
little
remember,
twink.
Freeze is in that. Mr. Freeze. And you know what the Chinese call
That means you got it.
Schwarzenegger.
All this explanation
devil.
you're getting means I think you won.
Here's my thing. I think Little Twink and Black Twink are so cool that I just think they're real.
It's Black Twink.
That's just me. I'm like, yo, what up, Little Twink?
Yeah.
I still think
Do you
that's cool.
realize you can't win because we have 4 people? And I'm just going to pressure everyone to all pick different ones?
And they won't. They won't
Sorry, I gotta
with
go
you.
Little Twink.
Really?
Yeah, I'm with you, Sarah.
No.
I wa-
now he can
I
win.
I'm going for the win, and I think that's the win.
Okay.
Fine.
So that's the engineer.
God.
God speaking here.
Godfrey Jones.
What the first one? Do I have that typed in right?
Twink displayed their prowess. Yeah.
I think that's wrong because that's grammatically wrong.
Okay.
I
Well,
almost-
I mean, look, they're not the best.
I
over
almost
there.
went. I almost went with that one, man.
What do you think, Sarah?
If
the
we're
there.
all wrong. He already took one. I said little
Oh,
twink.
you did? Okay.
One
Which
of us
means
get it
if,
right.
if we all got it wrong
Yeah.
and we
I
had
know.
4 people to do
I know
this,
what
I'm going to be so mad.
You gotta go for the win, man.
So for the first time in his life, God is wrong. He's wrong.
So me or
Batman displayed their prowess. I don't know what that means, but that's exactly what it said.
well, he did display it on Catwoman. So it's between me and Sarah and Ace. Did one of us win?
Ace, you are wrong.
I'm wrong.
Yes.
Now it's between you and me and Sarah.
Little Twink is the fake one.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish it was real.
Yeah.
I
see?
wish it was real too. That's
went
why I
for
was
the
like,
win,
that's
and
gotta
we got the
be
win.
real.
Well done, you guys are back.
We got this.
Woo, we both got
We
it.
got this.
Awesome.
All right. So
Hey, what are you doing this week? I'm gonna see a double feature, Little Twink and Black Twink. Not bad.
you can see the Twink series.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Let's move on to our list as JT has already announced.
Yeah.
To
I,
get you all
I forgot
excited
to.
about.
It says Ben Affleck 'cause that was last week, so I forgot to change the title.
We have changed it. It is the top 5 grossing movies of Mr. Jeremy Irons.
It's fantastic,
buddy.
by the way.
He's never done a bad movie except for Dungeons and Dragons.
What?
Really?
Trivia,
What about number 4
does
on
anybody-
this list?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I think that's the one I was thinking of. Sorry.
Okay.
That
Trivia.
also is about dragons.
Does anybody know
Trivia.
what he won an Oscar for?
Yes.
No, I don't.
This is good. This is Schmodown stuff.
Hold on. I think it wasn't Lolita, the Stanley Kubrick
No,
movie.
it was not.
Hey, look, I have the
Great
internet.
movie.
Yeah, great movie.
I would
Hold
have.
on.
I would have never guessed this. I don't think.
Hold on. Give me 10 seconds. Jeremy, he won as a supporting, I'm pretty sure.
No.
No.
it's
He
a
won for
best
a
actor?
leading.
I think it
I
was,
can give you a year.
Give me a
was
year.
it
1991.
No, so it wasn't Amadeus.
That's the day I was born.
Oh, this is going to
Was it
kill
really?
me.
Yeah.
He won the
It's
Oscar on the day
something-
you were born.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's something very English.
Do you want me to tell you?
No,
Do you
me
give
too.
up?
Give me another actor in a movie and see
Don't
if I
let
get
Mark
it.
Riley see this. He's gonna pounce all over him.
No, he doesn't know this.
Yeah.
Let's see. What to tell you?
Give me another actor in this movie.
Glenn Close.
Ooh.
Oh, it's not Remains of the Day, is it?
No.
No, but it does have an R in it.
I can't remember.
Rocky.
Reversal of Fortune.
Reversal of Fortune. I would never remember that.
I that's why I said I was like, I'm
That's a
not
very
going
tough
to.
one.
But he has been nominated like 27 times.
For Academy
No,
Awards?
for just
No.
different things.
I thought
Golden
this has Meryl
Globes.
Streep numbers.
Also
No.
have I. I've been nominated for
Golden
27 things.
Globes, Emmys,
AV Awards.
BAFTAs, lots of stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, he's
talented
he's a great
guy,
actor.
Anyway, he's a
talented
great
guy.
guy.
All right.
He has a ton of credits. My favorite's probably not on this list. It's because it's The Lion King. But
Oh,
moving
Lion King,
on.
yeah.
Well,
So-
why is that on there?
Yeah, why isn't that on
He
here?
must have been uncredited
We
then.
weren't doing
He's
voices.
Scar.
Well, then
We're just not doing voices. We'll just leave
that's
voices
true.
out.
Yeah,
of it.
voices are out.
All right.
Fine.
Well, I will
Unless
say
it's Bruce Willis's voice, because then we're in.
Bruce Willis.
We can start with our
Oh,
list,
okay.
which does start with Kingdom of
Yes.
Heaven.
I love this movie.
$64 million.
I just want to go on record and say, I love Kingdom of Heaven director's cut.
So this is why
That's
Lion
what Ridley
King.
Scott-
This is
Ridley-
why Lion King is the
Yeah.
Lion King isn't on this. Because you just want to
No,
talk about
I didn't make this
movie.
list.
No, I did. Well, Ridley Scott denounced this movie that when it came to theater, he goes,
Oh,
"If
it
you want
was-
to watch the real movie,
you watch the director's
cut, which could be the Zack Snyder
I
thing.
can't think of a movie in my life of watching movies that's improved as much as the director's cut did Kingdom of Heaven. When I saw Kingdom of Heaven, I thought it was mediocre.
That's a big deal.
When I watched it on the director's cut at home, I said, my God, this thing could have been nominated for Best Picture. It was that much better.
Also on this list, maybe not his proudest achievement, Aragon. Aragon.
yeah.
It was the dragon movie based off a book series.
Yeah.
I read this whole book
Oh,
series.
did you really?
So I
Wow.
was not happy with
You
this
like dragons?
movie.
She does like
reads
dragons.
a lot of books.
I read a lot of it.
Yeah, Game of Thrones has dragons, and you're a Game of Thrones
Yeah.
fan.
Here's the deal.
I read that's
So what
my
were,
genre.
what were the guys in your neighborhood doing while you were in the house reading books? Like waiting outside your window? Like, what's going on?
No, what does that mean?
I think she was like a little girl.
They were like, she's almost done with the
my
book.
books.
She's on page like 234. It's like three pages done, and she'll be out again.
No, but I read that whole series, and very disappointing.
I think this movie came in a batch of crappy fantasy films that was launched by Lord of the Rings.
Made $79 million.
Yeah, which
though.
ain't bad, but it wasn't. I'm pretty sure they were hoping this
Lord
would be
of
a
the
series.
Rings. Harry Potter, like, it is a series,
It holds a
like-
dubious distinction.
Of what?
It's the last major film release ever to be released on VHS.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I
Wow.
did not know that.
Crazy.
Also, number 3, Man in the Iron Mask, $105
Okay,
million.
the only reason this movie made $105 million is because this was the film after Titanic,
Not just that.
and Leo just got launched.
I got two initials.
What?
GD. Gerard Depardieu. That's the reason. That's the reason.
Yes,
That's the only reason.
Gerard Depardieu is
The best.
like a David Lynch movie and a human being.
He is.
That's the only way I can
He's
describe
one
him.
step below Sean Penn and one step higher than Ric Flair in real life.
Okay.
Kind of looks like both.
Number 2 on the list as of now is Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, it'll be number one.
$170 million in about a day.
In about a day, yeah.
About a day.
Yeah.
We already know this one. So moving up to number 1, it goes to Die Hard with a Vengeance.
But this could have been number
200.
one. It could have been number one.
Die Hard, yeah.
No,
it
but no
was.
Batman vs Superman. It
No.
did
Yeah.
what it needed to do.
It could have been.
Well, you know, Christian Bale and Affleck met by accident in a costume.
Yeah, that's
Warehouse.
right. He's been telling the story on the.
Yeah, and he's like, Bale was like, just have a place to,
Urinate.
make sure you could be able to urinate. Yeah,
Actually, they put a zipper on. He said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he did. And Affleck tried to buy the
He's been.
suit.
Jeremy
That story,
Irons
by
is-
the way, has
okay.
been like on all the talk shows. Like Ben Affleck's been telling it, like how he ran into Christian Bale. But what they don't know is Finstock was like one aisle over. And you actually heard it all.
I did.
You were there.
I provided
and
him with
then-
the colostomy bag.
And when I called him and I was like, "You seen this thing about Christian Bale talking to like Ben Affleck?" You're like, "I was there. I was one row over."
Come on.
Well,
Not
that
surprised
is
at all.
our Jeremy
I was getting a
Irons
chair.
list. We
I
will
was
see
getting a
much
chair.
more from him because he's always working.
Also, real quick, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Can I just say, it's the second best Die Hard movie.
Okay. What's the
And
first?
I think the first is Die
the
Hard.
first one, obviously.
Come on, obviously.
Just checking.
I'm just like, he had to fill the shoes of Hans Gruber, and he became the closest out of anybody in the
It
Die
was
Hard
fantastic.
series. And he was great.
You know what the crazy part about
Simon
it is?
Says.
The studio told the screenwriter Jonathan Highleg or whatever
Yeah, I know
his
what
name
you're
is.
talking
He said to remove, when we went to Harlem, where that board that said I hate news. They said we want this out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll take it to another studio. They're like, I guess we don't want it out that much because they went.
Well,
did it.
originally it was written as a screenplay called Simon Says.
That's
A
correct.
solo action movie that had nothing to do with Die Hard. And they liked the script so much, they were like, we want to make another Die Hard. Let's just rewrite it to be a Die Hard movie.
So kind of how
'Cause
they
it
did
was-
with Cloverfield. They're
Yeah.
like, I like this movie so much. Let's
Exactly.
put it into our
It
franchise.
was
That
supposed
was
to. It was supposed to be a Lethal Weapon.
No,
Joel
wait,
Silver
really?
Joel Silver wanted Die Hard
That would've been
3
great.
as Lethal Weapon.
Ah, that would have been
But then it was
fantastic.
like,
That's why Samuel Jackson's in there.
exactly.
That was-
Mind blown.
I kinda wish
All
I
right,
was
we
Lethal
do.
Weapon
Let's
now.
get into some upcoming films. As
Just
we've said
another pretty
before,
face
there's
around
nothing too much to get like excited
Yeah,
about,
no
but
one's
we
talking
can
about
throw it out there. God's Not Dead 2 is coming out.
Which is interesting because the Batman v Superman, the sequel, Justice League, is called Justice League God Not Dead. Mm-hmm. It's about the return of Superman.
Interesting. Well, this is
I made that up.
It's a PG movie. This God's Not Dead 2 is PG.
Is it?
I guess.
Isn't all Jesus movies PG?
After answering students'
Well, let's
question
ask God.
about
Maybe he
Jesus. Oh my God, why is this PG? It's like about junior high school teacher played by Melissa Joan Hart faces an epic court case that could end her career.
You gonna be online with that?
I have so many more movies to catch up with. This is not on the top of my list.
God's Not Dead 2.
Yeah, because I
didn't think they used numerals in Jesus movies.
I thought this was a very interesting title.
Yeah.
God
You
Not Dead.
expect like a comedy
Yeah.
or like something like God's Not Dead 2?
It does.
What?
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh God, you devil, and then it's like Gods of Egypt, and now it's like God's Not
It
Dead.
is a
2.
very interesting title. God's Not Dead 2, Dawn of Justice.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
The 2 is not normally for this genre. It's very strange.
Yeah, it
Well,
is
Jesus had two parents. You know.
Oh, okay. Well,
maybe.
Meet the Blacks is also coming out.
I've seen this trailer so much recently.
Mike Tyson's in it.
Yeah, he is.
What's this about?
Which
It's rated
this
R.
is a spoof version of The Purge. It's about a black family, played by Mike Epps and his family. They move to a white
Oh,
neighborhood,
yeah,
and then the Purge happens. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh hell no! Basically, it's like very much like urban kind of comedy,
it's-
which is
Totally taken from.
totally It's very much like Don't Drink Your Juice While in the
Yeah.
Hood. Remember that movie?
Wait a minute.
That's a great movie though.
Nothing could be like that. That is the best spoof movie of all time.
That's true.
It beats the Naked Guns. It's the best.
Don't be in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
It is
I don't
the
think.
best.
Yeah, it's great. I don't think this is going to be very good. The trailers seem really. It's a very low production movie. Like it does not look very good. It might have some cheap laughs in there. There's a couple things in the trailer. I was like, okay, you're going. It's kind of It's
Are they going to play like Meet the Parents too? Are they going to do the Meet the Parents stuff because they can Meet the Blacks?
no, I don't know. I don't think so. It's literally just the Purge.
It's the Purge.
Why
It's
don't
the
they
Purge.
call it the Burge?
Like,
I don't know.
well, also coming out is Miles Ahead, which is in the
Oh, yeah.
1970s down and out jazz trumpeter Miles Davis, played by
Miles
Don
Davis.
Cheadle, tries to recover his new session tape from music producers. It's also directed by Don Cheadle. So
Wait, he's getting back his tapes from the session guys?
I think so, or from music
Watch what
producers.
Dirk Diggler and Reed Rothschild did
Oh,
when Robert Downey Jr.'s senior was holding their tapes with the magic on it. Yeah, and it's when
Well,
Dirk went
Is this
crazy.
movie rated R? Or PG-13?
rated R. Rated R.
Miles Davis was a legendary stickman.
Oh,
Like huge,
Pipetown, USA.
unbelievable.
Yeah. Will Chamberlain numbers.
Yeah.
We also have on this list Everybody Wants Some, and I do not know what this
Oh, I
movie
can't
is.
wait to see this
so
movie.
I don't think everyone
It's
wants
getting back to his roots.
It's a spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused.
yes, in the 80s.
Oh,
Takes place in the
that
80s.
movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not
Sarah
know
just
that this
woke
is
up.
the
In
type.
the 80s.
Yeah.
This one was already shown at South by Southwest,
yeah,
right?
a lot
So
of
it
our
was
friends saw
But
it.
I'm confused on how many theaters it's opening in.
Probably
Don't
very
think-
limited.
It's not. It's definitely gonna be limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see it because I like Dazed and Confused. Who doesn't like that
Absolutely.
movie? Speaking
Well,
of
he needs to get
Batfleck,
back to where he needs to be.
did you like Boyhood?
It's okay.
Was it okay?
I like Dazed and Confused though.
Yeah, Dazed and Confused is
It
fantastic.
seems
Now,
to.
the crazy part about it is this title is that's the welcome mat by in my house when you in the
Yeah.
front door. Yeah, everybody wants them.
Okay, we have very few minutes left, guys, so we are going to throw out some predictions. I don't have when Everybody Wants Some's expansion. I know that they're coming out March 30th.
Can you say that again?
I'm sorry. We got distracted by someone bleeping in for a second.
Yeah, we got time to take a few
time,
calls.
but we do have to do predictions before
Oh, yeah, we do.
calls.
Yeah, we
That
do.
is
We do.
typically the way we work.
Unless it's Boss Turner and
I
you
was
just
saying
listen to him because he's
I was
over
saying that on March 30th, so 3 days, we do have Everybody Wants Some coming out in 19 theaters. I'm going to try and I don't know if I can find its wide release that fast.
It's gonna take a while.
I think
might be a
there's
slow
a
release.
really good shot
Have Batman v Superman being number 1?
at probably seeing the same top 5 again.
No.
What's going to beat it?
God's Not Dead is
God,
gonna
that's
Not
gonna
Dead
jump.
too?
He's gonna jump in there.
That's going to
Yeah,
get.
but they already have one Jesus movie there.
Yeah,
You can't do double
but
Jesus
this one
movies.
has. Listen, the only way you could top Miracles in Heaven in a movie, Christian movie title, is you put God in
That's
the title.
true. That is true.
God's
Does
miracle is
Kirk
what you
Cameron
really
have anything
need.
to do with any of these movies? He's the best.
Who's going first? Me as usual.
Yeah.
All right, let's go Batman v
You called
Superman. I'm real curious to see how much this drops. Usually, when it's that big of opening, it drops around 60. But who knows? With reviews being so bad, it could be worse. But I don't think so. I think it's gonna drop around 60%. Number 2, I'm gonna stick with Zootopia because Zootopia to me is just the only thing out there for kids.
Sure.
Number 3, this is where it gets tricky. I think My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I think everyone that wants to see that movie saw it this past weekend.
Yes.
So I think it's dropping off, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it to God's Not Dead 2.
Okay.
And then right underneath that, I'll go My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Then I'll go Miracles from Heaven.
You
Wow,
don't think
you got 2 Jesus
I
movies
got
in
2
your top
G's.
5?
It's
Wow.
Easter weekend. They're still gonna be feeling it.
That is true.
Nothing else here. None of these other movies are gonna make the top
All
5.
right.
I mean,
Tom, let's go.
It's a tough weekend.
Batman vs Superman, obviously. I think it's going to be. You might see like 85 here, maybe less.
Okay.
Maybe less.
Okay.
Zootopia, obviously.
Yes.
You know, I'm going to go with My Big Fat Greek Wedding too.
Really?
Yeah.
Over God. Okay.
You're not Greek, Sarah, are you? You have a little
I'm
Greek
not
in-
Greek.
Are you sure?
I'm not Greek. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Neither am I. I don't want to put 2 Jesus movies in the top 5.
Well, you gotta pick one.
I'm
then.
going to go with God's Dead 2, whatever.
Stop stealing my list.
And, I'm going to go with, I think God's Dead, whatever God's Not Dead 2 is going to take away from Miracles in Heaven. I'm going to go with 5 Divergent.
cool. I'll go next. I am the same as JT. Batman v Superman, Zootopia,
All right, so-
God's Not Dead 2.
Gotta go with numbers then.
Let's predict number 1 is gonna be.
Number wise.
Like how
Number
much it's
wise.
gonna make.
Number wise.
Oh. I say 92.
I say 70.
Okay.
Ooh, I like JT. I like that. I like 70. 80. Go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, with numbers?
All right. Do you have the same list as us?
Well, my list is closer to Tom's, but I was thinking
What do you mean
about.
closer? Is it on or not?
If it's the same, it's fine.
I was debating just trying to be different and throwing me lax at number 5. Just because, like, that's boring to keep everything the same.
Well, we could always pick the numbers.
Okay, we'll pick a number. Fine.
I had
What'd you say?
Batman, Superman about roughly 82.
95.
No way.
We'll see.
Okay.
I think it could. I think we might be all doing too much. It could do like 60.
could
I
do
doubt it.
nothing.
No.
You know,
No.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
it's possible.
All right, let's get some callers in here.
Yeah, we got a lot of time to take calls. You guys are watching. I don't have the number, so unfortunately I can't tell you what the number is. But our engineer is going to rate it for us right now. So if you're watching right now,
424
Where's Roxy?
256 1633.
That's right.
424 256
Roxy,
1633.
we have to thank Roxy for coming in.
oh yeah, for sure. Hey, we got a caller. Who do we got?
Is Boss Turner?
Yes.
It better be. It better be. What's up, boss?
Yeah.
What'd you think
Not
about Batman v
much.
Superman? I need to know your thoughts on the movie.
I didn't see it. I think I'm going to go
What?
see it on Tuesday. My sister convinced me to go see it.
Oh snap! You weren't even going to see it?
Yeah, I'm going to go see it, check it out, see how it is and stuff.
What'd you watch this weekend? And did you go to movies?
No, I didn't see anything this weekend. I'm
Wait,
actually ready for next week when Hardcore Henry comes out.
That's
oh,
true.
he's looking for a Hardcore Henry. Yeah,
That's
which is
true.
the
That's 2
following
weeks
week.
from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Oh, I got a question to ask. You know,
Sure.
next year, on February 10th, 2017, we got 50 Shades Dark and a Lego movie opening on the same day. Which movie going to be number one at the box office that weekend?
Wait, 50 Shades. What's the other one?
the Lego Batman movie.
Oh, Lego Batman. Hands down, Lego Batman, because the word of mouth on 50 Shades of Grey was not good.
Kids, yeah.
You know what? That's a great question, boss.
It is good.
I mean, it's just
Lego, more people. You've got
unbelievable stuff.
Yes, I'll let you guys know how Batman v Superman is for me.
Yeah, we want to know that
please
because
do.
we were really anticipating your review on it. But
Yeah, oh well.
yeah, no, it's all
towards
good. We love you.
All right, thanks for calling, buddy.
Bye.
I would probably say that I don't know, 50 Shades.
Dude, 50
wider
Shades.
pull,
Here's the deal.
wider pull for a Lego movie.
Yeah, 50
For another
Shades
one.
opened strong because it was the first movie and had all that heat behind the book.
Yeah.
The sequel. Does anyone even care about the sequel book?
Yeah, I mean, not just that, but the fact that Lego Movie is one of the biggest snubs at the Oscars ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite
Batman.
animated movies I've seen in recent
by
memory.
the end of what that movie did, it expanded its audience
Yeah.
as it went, and I think that you have more intrigue going into that. There's going to be more positive nature. Like that started as a kids movie and became something adults just saw, and now you have that going into this.
And you're taking the best thing about that movie, and it's not like Minions. I think they're not gonna just
Lego
ruin
Batman.
it.
All right, I think we have another caller
or
on
as
the
they call it in the
line.
Middle Kingdom, Lego Twink.
Twink, yes. Hey, welcome to the Box Office Breakdown. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Chris Osterman.
Yes.
Hey,
What's up,
Chris.
Chris, man?
Yes, what's up, dude? Long time no see. We're talking.
Hello, I know. I haven't called in a little while. I didn't expect to get a call in, so I just don't know what to say.
First of all,
well, Boss Turner has like 7 different phone lines, and he calls from every single one of them at the same time. He's the best.
I wouldn't be surprised. He is the boss. So
Yeah, he is the boss.
Down.
He actually named the movie with Melissa McCarthy coming out next week, The Boss, and it's actually for Boss Turner. They don't show him in the trailer, but he'll be in it.
hey, first of all, Chris, I know you saw Batman v Superman. Tell us your thoughts.
Yes. I don't know what they were thinking. I walked out of that theater just with my hand on my face, just like, what in the world? And I'm a huge DC fan.
Okay.
I was literally like so disappointed, and I went in with lowered expectations because I had seen
The reviews.
the ratings and the reviews, and I was still hopeful going in. I was like, well, it might not be as great as I wanted it to be, but I still thought I would enjoy it. And I was bored out of my mind. I thought it was schlocky and just stupid. I don't know. I really was disappointed.
Sorry to hear that, man, but you're not the only one. You know, it's the criticism of this movie is all over the place.
It is.
Is it dry? Is it boring in spots? I mean,
I was never. It's so funny to hear you say you're bored, Chris, because I was never bored because there's so much going on. My mind was always racing to keep
Maybe
up
it's
with what
one of
was
those
happening.
things where it's so much that it goes
It
like
just-
numb.
You become tone deaf on it. Yeah, you're just like,
That's the thing. It was a mess.
Yeah.
But I had fun. So
yeah. You had a question,
I just
Chris?
thought
or-
that I wasn't invested in any of it. So I mean, I was paying attention. Like I guess I wasn't bored, but I was just like uninterested. Like I just wasn't into the characters. There didn't have much weight to it at all.
Do you think the hype around it, and you go in with such high expectations, and then you watch and you're just like, ugh, Because I mean, I do. If I go into a movie with low expectations and it's good, then it's better than I think it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You go in super high and you're like, this better be good.
No, but he went in with low expectations.
Yeah.
He said that.
He said
I know
that.
that's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, interesting. Do you have any questions, Chris?
Yeah, I guess I was going to ask, do you all think that the negative reviews, I mean, I definitely think that it will affect the box office as far as next weekend and this upcoming week, but as far as DC and its cinematic universe with like Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman, and especially, I guess, with the Justice League movie that Zack Snyder's doing, how do you think this is going to affect the box office for the further DC cinematic universe?
That's a good question.
I think they're still going to do well just because as much as the reviews are for this, we've had so many Batmans and Supermans. There's just also a new component to these other ones that are coming out. Like Wonder Woman has been something that so many different media outlets and mediums had tried to push, and I think people want it to succeed. And I know I do, and also the same with Suicide Squad. That's part of a new entity. For this, people are going to see it no matter what because you have these such strong characters and whatnot. But we've also seen so much of them for so long.
Yeah.
There's DC has more to offer.
Yeah,
so I don't think it's going to really, really hurt it.
Not just that, but to add that Suicide Squad looks so different than Batman vs Superman.
Although it still does look dark.
It looks dark, but it looks
the tone is
dark with
similar.
like a fun
But it has
vibe.
it's like Deadpool. I mean, they got clowny looking characters in it, and
the Joker.
Yeah, and what's her name, the Margot Robbie character, and things like that.
Well, here's the deal for me. I think Wonder Woman movie's gonna do fine because most people that seen this movie, even if they don't like it, they liked Wonder Woman.
Yep.
You got Suicide Squad, you got Joker. I don't care what
Bottom
your movie
line
looks
is-
like.
bottom
You have a
line
new
is-
Joker in it, you're guaranteed a hit.
A superhero movie comes out, people are going to see
What
it
I'm
regardless of what it is.
What I'll be worried about is when they get to Aquaman and Cyborg, because Cyborg's such
Cyborg is in 2020.
but he's such that's Green Lantern Corps.
Oh yeah, 2019 then, right?
Yeah, 2019, 2018. So for me, like Aquaman, he has a little bit of. When you talk about Aquaman, most people talk about him, the general public, as kind of a joke. So
How do you feel about that Aquaman
Casting?
reveal?
The
the
cameo?
reveal was okay. The thing is, for me, is
It wasn't good.
For me, those, like I said, Cyborg and Aquaman, those are a little bit harder sells. Like those are the ones I'm a little more worried about. They really need to do them good in Justice League in order to get
Is that
those
how you
movies
felt
off.
about like Ant-Man?
What do you mean? As far
Like being a harder sell?
no, because Marvel had my trust by then.
Yeah, but look
At that point, Marvel was like, they haven't done much
Look at
wrong.
Jason Momoa though. It's dark. Like he's
Yeah,
just
it's
a
all
dark. He's just
serious.
a dark character. I mean, look, I would have watched the Entourage Aquaman quicker than I would have
Yeah.
watched the other one.
We could probably talk about this for so
Yeah,
long,
we
but
could.
we
Yeah,
do
okay.
have to start wrapping up. Obviously, we do. Popcorn Talk Network also has a ton of shows on DC, on Marvel, so check those out. Roxy
Yeah,
Stryer
Roxy.
was with us earlier today. She does DC Movie News.
Well, she's a big star now. Like Roxy's a huge star.
That's why she could only be in here
Yeah.
for like 5
Yeah.
minutes. She's a busy
Nah,
girl.
you kidding? She's housing the ham out there.
But we're so happy, obviously, to have all of you guys listen to us and to send us your comments and to call in. Thank you, all of our callers. And we will be back next week. I'm
we
sure
will.
we'll have more things to say about Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
And we'll see how these other movies try and stack up. Everyone want to give their Twitters or where people
ahead,
can find
Ace.
you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Squad Leader Ace.
And you catch me Ashmos JT, and I'm going to use this again to plug my brand new YouTube channel. I have 3 videos right now, all Batman v Superman, discussion with Chris Stuckman, a review with Superhero News Guys, and I just released a spoiler review yesterday with this guy where we talked for 38 minutes.
We did.
Just on the plots and the spoiler, and I just want to thank everyone that's watched and subscribed so far. I love reading the comments, and me and this guy got a new show coming out. It's going to be What the Fuck?
Yeah,
Trailer
absolutely.
reactions.
I don't think you can say
Oh,
that.
can we not? I'm sorry, WTF.
Gosh.
Whiskey Foxtrot.
Sorry.
WTF trailers.
All right. Thank you all.
What about me? I don't get anything.
No, none. I stole
I'm at
it.
Bob Finstock, and also what's going to also show up on JT's YouTube channel is me and Sarah on the beach playing Connect 4. That's
Connect
gonna
4?
Yeah, Connect 4. I love that game.
Okay, that's fine. And I'm at Sarah_Stratton. Please tune in, subscribe, comment, all those things.
Poof.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm
The
Sir
views
Richard
expressed
Whitworth,
herein are
and this
those
is
of the hosts only and
presentation
do not
of
necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.